my beautiful rare butterfly. How are you doing today? Good. I'm so happy you're here. Do you guys want to see something really cool? I thought you might. Look at that. One of you guys sent this to me. His name is Will Smith. No, it's not that Will Smith. Can we just take a second to appreciate this? He 3D printed it and then painted it. She's going on the shelf, so let's do that. There. That's cute. Yeah. Also, if you guys are wondering how Will got that to me, I have a secret. I have a bit of a secret. Caleb and I, my husband, we have been making some videos. We've been making videos on YouTube, kind of discreetly, and it's called The Too Late Show. And we just do whatever we want on that channel. It's a channel where we can just goof off and just do whatever. And there's a P.O. box in there and stuff. So if you guys want to send stuff, and we talk to you guys on The Too Late Show as well. People call in and we chat. It's been really fun, and we read people's messages from Discord and everything. So go over there, do all that stuff if you want. If you don't, that's fine. I figured I'd let you guys know. Now you know. And if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. Anyway, we're reading Reddit today, so let's get into it. My girlfriend, 22 female, got me a very weird birthday gift, and I, 23 male, don't know what to make of it. Okay. Oh, I don't even want to guess. Let's just get into it. Yesterday was my 23rd birthday, and as is the usual when it comes to my birthday, I didn't want anything big. My girlfriend simply prepared a homemade meal, got a nice little cake from a bakery, and we sat down and just enjoyed the evening to ourselves. But then came the gift that she gave me. Okay, you like birthdays like me. Just hella low-key, not expecting anything. I'm scared. She gave me a little gift bag, and when I opened it, I saw something that I didn't expect to see. A little packet of Smucker's grape jelly. Okay, at least give me some bread with it, you know, some butter, all right? I'm talking one of those tiny little packets that they have on the table at breakfast restaurants. I'm familiar. I really didn't know what to think and just gave a weird look at my girlfriend. Her initial response was, "Do you get it?" Okay, I hope this is like a really cute way of being like, we're going on a trip and we're gonna stay at this place where we got this jelly pack. I don't know. I'll shut up. Let's just read. And I honestly said that I didn't know what she was talking about. Her expression immediately switched to angry, and she got up, walked away, and muttered under her breath, "Asshole. It's his birthday. He just doesn't get it. Just explain it, love. What are you doing?" She locked herself in our room for the whole night, and I had to sleep in the living room. Is your girlfriend a 4-year-old? She still hasn't come out except to use the bathroom. She avoided eye contact with me, won't talk to me, and refuses to let me in our room. What did I do wrong? What's the significance of Smucker's grape jelly? I mean, how would we know, dude? I'm not living your life. Is this some widely known thing that I'm unaware of? Oh, that's fair. Like if it's a trend thing or something. Not that I'm aware of. What does this gift mean? Someone please help me. What immature behavior? Is she? Oh no, she's 22. I mean, she's young, but this is like, what are we doing? It's his birthday. You're ruining his birthday. Unless it's something crazy. Maybe we're missing something where it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't even know what it could be. Like, I'm scared for you a little bit because I feel like maybe you screwed up. I don't know what you did, man. I don't know what you did. Luckily, though, I'm just skipping any comments. I'm going right to the update because I am scared. After reading through some of the comments and scavenging for some type of advice to deal with this situation, I went out and bought a new jar of peanut butter. What? I left it at the foot of the bedroom door, knocked, and said, "There's a gift out here for you." Do you even know why you're giving it to her? After just a few seconds, she opened the door, saw the peanut butter, and I walked up to her and said, "If you start talking to me again, I'll be the peanut butter to your jelly." Nice. Nice, dude. She's like, "That's not what it means." She couldn't help but smile, sick, after that, and her response was, "You're so dumb," while clearly trying to fight back a laugh. Oh, okay, everybody, Everything's gonna be fine. Oh my God. I immediately began to ask her what her deal was with the grape jelly. Here was her explanation. I'm guessing that it just had a deeper meaning that we don't know. So I feel like that's the only way I could guess, but let's see. She said that she got that as a gift for me to remind me of when we first met. She's a sentimental gal. She's a sentimental gal. That's fine, but you can't act like that. You could have just said that. Like, I understand if you're a little bit upset, but it's like, remember the first time that we met? Cute. And you'd be like, oh, right. You're just making a mountain out of a freaking molehill. What are we doing? We first met back in our senior year of high school, and it was at lunchtime. She was new to our school that year, and I offered her a spot at my table since she didn't have anywhere else to sit. The meal I was eating at the time, a sandwich with nothing but Smucker's grape jelly in it. That sounds good. That sounds good. That's her explanation for why she got me the jelly as a gift. She really clocked that. She was like, you know what? 7 years from now, I'm just gonna lay this nuke on him and hope he gets it. And if he doesn't, I'm gonna make him pay. That's her explanation for why she got me the jelly as a gift. I was confused and asked her how she expected me to remember what I was eating when we first met. She just shrugged and said, I don't know. I was just hoping you'd remember. Girl, be so for real right now. I don't even know what I ate for lunch yesterday. That's crazy. And it's not like it was a significant thing. It's not like, you know, he spilt the grape jelly on your shirt and there was a moment in it. It was just like, he was just eating it. It wasn't like you got it for him or he let you share it or something. There's not an event. You just noted. She's just really observant, which is cool, but you're asking for a lot. I didn't know what to say to that, so I just apologized for not remembering and asked if she can forgive me. She said that she does forgive me, and she also apologized for behaving so poorly when I didn't understand the gift. Okay, we like to hear that. That's good at least. We've made up since then, and I'm finally glad that this whole ordeal is behind us. At least she apologized. Hopefully she learns from that. I mean, to do that to you on your birthday of all days, and to mope like a toddler for no good reason. Like, I cannot be on her side with that. I would have said, what is this for? And I mean, that's what you did. So yeah, I know this isn't like, am I the asshole? But you're not in this scenario. I'm glad you guys made up and everything. Hopefully this isn't a reoccurring thing for you guys, but just, you know, make note of that and see if this becomes a pattern, if it becomes a me kind of thing. But I don't know. You guys are young. I think you'll figure it out. Let's see what the comments say though. I mean, until you factor in that it was his birthday and she decided to give him the silent treatment and make it all about her. And this was under Best of Editor Updates, like positive ending edition, which people are just like, was this supposed to be positive? Partner had unreasonable expectation, kicked me out during my birthday. I had to do something good for her just so she would talk to me. She didn't apologize. I had to apologize instead. I mean, she did apologize, but I understand. It's like you had to go out and buy peanut butter, praying that might help the situation. This is a positive update. The girlfriend sounds exhausting and made OP's birthday about herself. Yeah, I don't disagree. I'm glad that she apologized, but sounds like it's a personality trait more than a mistake, but what do I know, you know? Am I the scallywag for having my ex arrested at my wedding? Why is your ex at your wedding? I feel like we already have the answer, but let's dive in, okay? This happened 2 days ago at mine, 28, and my wife's 39 wedding, and a lot of people are telling me I'm in the wrong for having my ex, 27, arrested, and my wife is saying I ruined the wedding and caused a scene. Oh, I am salivating. Let's read this. First, a little backstory on my ex. We were together over 5 years ago for a matter of weeks. Oh, my nail popped. That's how excited I was. I was squeezing my fist. My damn press-on fell off. Let me glue that back on really quick. I broke things off because I just wasn't into her that much. She began to pester me over text and social media all of the time to get back together or just hook up. This went on for months, and in a particular weak moment, I gave in and slept with her again. At this point, things got a lot worse. I mean, you obviously had relations with her again, but it's like getting borderline stalker behavior. I tried to explain that it was a mistake and I still didn't want anything with her. From then, the messages ranged from abusive to begging me for spicy time. Eventually, I just blocked her. From then, she started turning up at my house, work, and social spaces I went to often. Okay, so this That's a full-blown stalker. Okay, this is scary. She attempted to force herself on me and threatened violence, and at that point, I got a restraining order. Since then, I haven't heard from her in years. Oh my God. I met my wife 3 years ago, and she is honestly the best thing in my life. We fell in love hard and honestly have a great relationship. We got engaged after 2 years, and 2 days ago, finally had our wedding. The day was going amazingly until a friend of mine, who I'll call Chris, great name, turned up with his +1. My ex. Oh my gosh, Chris Cross. She was playing him because she wanted to get to you on your wedding. Oh my God, it's like a movie. I spoke to him and he had absolutely no idea about my history with her. Yeah, because you dated her for 5 seconds. And we tried to get her to leave. After she refused, I decided to just ring the police. 2 officers showed up to arrest her for breaking her restraining order. And oh my goodness. Okay. I guess I won't read the comments until after. I'm gonna stick with how I feel, okay? I got a lot of requests for an update on my original post, so here it is. It's been a very long day since I first posted. I have spoken to both my wife and Chris. Starting with my wife, we had a very long, tearful conversation about everything from my ex to our wedding. I apologize for the fact that I didn't consider involving her before calling the police. Okay, I didn't know that, unless I might have missed it, but like, yes, you should have told her, like, been like, hey, I feel super uncomfortable. Can I please, I don't know. I'd say I am calling the police. I don't think I'd ask at that point. Just to let her know, like, you're starting a marriage, you need to let your wife know these things. Calling the police, which meant that ex's outburst when being escorted out came as a complete surprise to her. Fair. Wife has the right to be upset about that. Talk to your new wife. What are we doing? She apologized for the way she reacted and explained that she wasn't angry at me, but is angry at ex. The fact that the wedding was ruined and that the focus was shifted away from us and to the ex, her anger was misdirected. Totally fair. This is good, by the way. Good conversing on your guys' part. I mean, it should have happened before. You should have told her at the wedding, but I think this is very healthy the way you guys are handling this right now. I'm a therapist, I would know. Another reason for the anger is that a lot of the guests had no idea who X was, so X comment of "we're meant to be together" has apparently led to people theorizing that I had been cheating on my wife with my ex. So we are now having to put our fires before rumors begin to spread. Oh my God, that's crazy. My wife is now very much focused on making sure I am okay after all of this though. She is still distraught about our special day being ruined, but we will work through that together. On to Chris, this is where things get a little scary. Oh, I'm scared. I don't want to read it. Me and wife called him together, firstly to check that he is okay, he is, and secondly to see how the hell she managed to worm her way into his life in order to get to my wedding. Hopefully Chris isn't like, she's the one for me, I love her so much. According to Chris, they connected over social media, of course, because she was FBIing that shit. She started liking his posts over the course of about a month. Oh, she played that long game. And then DM'd him and they started chatting from there. The crazy part is that to Chris, X has a completely different name, but the posts on her profile dated back 3 years, meaning she has had this profile with a fake name for at least 3 years, and it's not the only one. You're saying that as if it's not surprising. That like doesn't surprise me at all. Is it scary? Yes. I mean, I personally don't, but I know pretty regular people that just have like different profiles just to like look at stuff. Still weird though. Chris told us that a few other guys contacted him after the wedding saying that they recognized her as they had all also got DMs from her on different accounts, all with a different name. There is at least 3 other accounts that we are currently aware of. Wow. Let's up that restraining order to like 30 miles, okay? This is crazy. Apparently, X showed no signs of being obsessed with me or even that she knew who I was. He invited her as a +1, thinking that they might eventually get serious as they were having a really good time together. He has apologized profusely, but we have made it clear that we do not blame him for this. Of course not. Poor guy didn't know. Can you imagine being Chris? You thought you found the love of your life and you were just being used to get to your other friend. Oh my gosh. There has been no word currently on what's going on with X, but considering her breaching the restraining order and resisting arrest, we assume she will probably end up in prison. Me and my wife have spoken about it, and if we are contacted by the police, we will absolutely press charges, and wife will also be getting a restraining order, as she should. For now, we are going to try and enjoy our honeymoon and deal with the rest of this mess when we get back. That's good. good. Thank you, Reddit, for all the advice and opinions. You gave a lot of perspectives on the situation that I had not considered. Wild, I'm glad everybody's safe, everybody's good, and everybody got together and figured it out together, and I think you guys are gonna have a beautiful marriage from the way that you worked it out and everything. I think those are really good stepping stones. And screw the ex. Holy crap. I hope she does go to prison. That's wild. Poor Chris. Poor Chris just wanted to get some, you know. Just kidding. Just kidding. He just wanted to get lucky. Let me know what you guys think. If I went in a little too hard, let me know. But let's read another one. Am I the scallywag for choosing my dog over my future wife? Oh dear. Yeah. Hello everyone. I'm in a pretty big mental pickle and I'm reaching out for help and no idea where to turn. My fiance and I have been living together for 5 years now. Proposed to her 3 years ago. For the most part, living with her is easy. We get along just fine and we enjoy each other's company. About 4 years ago, we adopted a beautiful chocolate brown Husky mix, and in the beginning, she absolutely loved her, playing, training, walking, and taking her to the park regularly. At the time, we had a large apartment, so space wasn't an issue. However, I lost my job during COVID. We had to move into a much smaller one-bedroom apartment. While we managed financially and adjusted by giving the dog more walks and park time, I don't know why, fiance. I don't know why in my head that was a spelling mistake. Let me say that again, the first one. My fiance, why did in my head, I was like, this guy's an idiot. This guy spelled it wrong. My fiance started to feel overwhelmed, especially by the dog's frequent whining for attention, which felt much more intense in the smaller space. She felt like she couldn't escape her whining. Over the course of about a year in that apartment, her feelings shifted from frustration to dislike and eventually to outright hate. Don't get a dog if you can't handle a dog, especially a Husky. Oh my gosh. I feel like this guy really cares about this dog though and is doing his due diligence, and he's trying to give her a good life for him or whatever. She stopped helping with feeding, walking, or engaging with the dog entirely, saying she only puts up with it. You heartless wench. Because she knows how much I love her. Oh, so she's jealous of the dog. Ooh. This caused a lot of arguments at first, but eventually I took on full responsibility for the dog. Since then, we've moved to a larger apartment in another state after I secured a well-paying job. And now there's plenty of space for both the dog and my fiance to have separation. What a miserable apartment to be in. Just like juggling your fiance being miserable for the dog and with the dog you love and like having to hang out with them separately. Ugh, this sounds terrible. I hope this change would improve things, but her attitude toward the dog has stayed the same or even gotten worse. I don't know. She just gives me bad energy. I don't like it. And she's jealous of the dog, that you love the dog. And you know, I'm not there. I don't know if you're actually maybe spending more time with the dog than you are with her. I don't know all the ins and outs, but from what it sounds like, she just like doesn't like the presence of an animal in the home anymore, which that sucks. A recent situation that pushed me to make this post happened when I took a week-long vacation with friends, oh no, and left my fiance in charge of the dog. I swear to God if she neglected this dog. When I came back, it was obvious our dog had been kept in her crate almost constantly, except for rehome this woman. Rehome you, okay? I initially resisted the idea, but when she pointed out that the dog would be happier with a yard, it genuinely got to me. She's got a point. But I'm not on her side at all. And I agreed to start looking for a new home. I've since found someone willing to take her, but delays have pushed back the timeline, and every time I tell my fiance the dog will be with us another week, she has an extreme reaction and even threatens to take her to the pound. It's a woman so heartless. Like literally, this woman has a heart of rock, of ash, which leads to major fights because I'm trying to make sure my dog ends up in a safe, loving home. Just get her out of there. The woman, not the dog. This takes us to today. She was supposed to start rehoming this weekend, but the person has been dealing with a pretty bad medical issue for the past few days. I haven't told my fiance yet because I just already know it's going to lead to a massive fight. I want to rehome her on my terms, but my fiance is fed up with it, already saying no matter what, she leaves this weekend. Speaking with friends, they warn me about my fiance saying, if she's doing this to your dog, what if your future kids drive her crazy with their crying and screaming? That's It's a pretty heavy leap, but I mean, maybe she gets hella overstimulated. I mean, she didn't at the beginning, so it's kind of weird that it's happening now. Like, she was good for a while. I feel like it has to do more with, maybe. I feel like there's correlation there probably with even the potential jealousy thing with him, with the dog. It's like, God forbid, you know, you had a little kid and the dad loved the kid, fed the kid, and she's like, what about me? We've been having more frequent fights as of late, and just makes me think this time, if she doesn't understand that I'm just going to have to choose my dog over her, I'd be losing friends, her family, that I'm on great terms with, and any support in the state I'm in, as my family is in an entirely different state. Oh, that's so hard. I feel financially I'll be fine alone, but it's the mental cost of losing everything over my dog. However, I do also feel that maybe I'm the asshole for considering that. No, it's how you feel about a person. It's how a person treats a waitress or a waiter. It's how they treat any other person. It's how they treat animals. It's how they respect other living things or don't. That can be, this would be a complete no-go for me. Like if, I came into the relationship with Kevin and Caleb came in with Frankie and Petey, and you know, if he were to treat Kevin like garbage and to be overstimulated with him when he knew that what he was getting into with all that stuff, and Kevin's a lot. Kevin can be a lot, okay? He's a German Shepherd, Akita, Norwegian Elkhound, mutt, a mix of it. But he's a sweet boy and Caleb loves him and everything. But I'd be like, okay, we're good. I'm done. Like, I'm not gonna give up my son. Yes, I'm gonna call him my son. I don't have kids yet, okay? He's my first son. For somebody who's unwilling to compromise and to own what they agreed to do. Like, you can't just dispose of animals like that. It drives me nuts. I see so many TikToks of people getting Huskies or like a Vizsla or like a Malinois, all these dogs that require so much work and training and exercise and everything, and they live in like apartments, and like, I don't know why they're so crazy or why they bark so much, or like they always want to go outside. And then they rehome them. And I've seen people do it like multiple times, rehome dogs all the time. You are the problem, you know? Stop getting an animal if you can't handle getting an animal. But I don't know, this all just makes me upset. I have 7 dogs, dude. I'm not on your side if you don't like animals. I am if you're responsible and you don't get an animal if you don't like animals. But if you're just getting an animal and agreeing to it and then just like going back on what you think, and most of all, abusing an animal, like that's the biggest part. It's okay that she just doesn't want a dog anymore, I guess, whatever. But to abuse a living thing is so disgusting and upsetting. I think that's where I'm just like, nope. No benefit of the doubt here, sister. Like, I can understand if you're not an animal person, but I don't know. This is really upsetting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's see if there's oh no, there's no update, but there's comments, so let's read some comments. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry you were going through this. If your friends are seeing the address in your girlfriend's actions toward the dog, then you should seriously reconsider your future. Huskies whine and talk. Nothing will prevent that. Why is her reaction to the whining so visceral? Yeah, that's the funniest thing I hear about people with Huskies. It's just like, oh my God, they make so much noise. Yeah, dude, that's all they do. That's what they do. They run and yell. The person I'm working with on rehoming her thinks she's possibly getting overstimulated by the whining, which is fair. That's fair. I'm not a big fan of dogs like barking constantly. That's why I train the dogs. Crazy. And I know you can't help it sometimes. When I talk to my fiance about it directly, she really just goes into details about her despising the dog, and she's never been a good fit for us. It's incredibly difficult, especially looking back at older pictures of my fiance and my dog smiling and enjoying each other. At times, it is incredibly hard for me to believe it's just the whining that caused her to hate her. In general, I think it's just the dog being so vocal. A lot of noise can be a lot, you know, and here's a little benefit of the doubt. Was she the best fit for you guys being in an apartment? No, definitely not. So she has a point there, but I don't know. This is really hard. I don't think you're the asshole based on what your fiance has done and said, but Huskies are a very challenging breed. A lot of people can't handle them. That said, my dog would come before any relationship with the attitude and actions your fiance has displayed, not the asshole. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, for sure. Yeah, I can't imagine getting rid of a pet that's like a family member, loves you, and is dependent on you. I can't imagine staying with such a hateful and abusive person. nail on the head. Can you imagine what kind of parent she'd be? I feel like there probably is correlation with that. I'm sure the therapists in the comments, I know you're there. Is there correlation with that? Let me know. I hear you. I have 3 dogs and one of them drives me nuts. We got him at 14 months as a rescue, but he's very stupid and highly strung. Suspect brain damage. He cannot be trained. The other 2 are extremely well trained. And he is super clingy and licks constantly which icks me. But I never ever show it. My husband and kids love him and I know he had a tough life before coming to us. I find myself actually giving him more attention because I feel guilty about not liking him as much as the other dogs. I'd never abuse or neglect an animal, no matter how annoying they are. This is a huge red flag. I think OP should reconsider a life with this person. Yeah, again, that is the breaking point, is the abuse and neglect. I think it's completely fine to have multiple dogs or a dog and just kind of grow to maybe not enjoy it as much. I know a lot of moms that have kids or babies, and I see this on TikTok and stuff, the baby takes, is higher on the scale than the dog, no shit. And they just get overstimulated and really annoyed by their dogs. And there's a different relationship there. I see a lot of other moms who are like, no, I love my dog just as much, if not more, than my kids sometimes. Which I feel like I'll be on that spectrum. But I also understand that, you can get overstimulated and everything, but that doesn't mean you treat the animal like it's not a living thing. OP said to that, "Oh wow, see, I just wish she'd see it in the same way. My dog literally only wants treats, pets, and belly rubs. Her intention is to love unconditionally. Even when I scold her, she still just wants a belly rub right after. With that being said, my dog's intention isn't to bother my fiance or make her upset. She's just a fun-loving dog, but anytime she makes a mistake, such as going inside the house, she has a bladder issue from previous abuse before we rescued her, I've heard my fiance say she's doing this on purpose." Girl, be so for real. If you don't mind me asking, how has the husband been helping with that? And then the person underneath answers, my husband has been pretty understanding, as he does get frustrated at times too when the dog Scout just doesn't listen. The main thing is he helps make sure Scout doesn't lie next to me and lick. That's the worst bit. I think I have a sensory issue around that sound, lol. I don't like dogs licking my face and my hands and all that kind of stuff too. Love my dogs to death. I would throw myself in front of a train for them, but I'm not a big fan of that either, so I understand that. And he does the walks, and he can't be walked with other dogs as he gets too overstimulated, so it's a team effort. But still, I get that he was a poor puppy that was abused, and it's not his fault. Just like it's not a toddler's fault that it soils its nappy or spills their drink, and that is what I'm concerned about with this woman. She seems to lack any empathy. Yeah, I think she needs to just not have anything that she needs to take care of. I think. And there's a whole other spectrum of this where like a dog is deadly or bites or is dangerous. That's a whole other thing. I understand not wanting that around, and it sucks, but your kids take precedence over that, or your partner or whatever. You don't want to put anybody in danger. Not that you shouldn't try to make it work. I don't know. It's just different on every case, so I can't really speak to all cases, obviously. I'm sure people have cases where they're like, no, like my dog would have had a better life doing this and we rehomed it. Totally fine. Do what's best for the dog, but I just don't get an animal if you cannot take care of that animal for its whole lifespan, and then some if it gets sick, if something bad happens. It's just you're taking on responsibility. Be responsible for it and be empathetic and just, I don't know, be human. I don't know. That's all we have for this one, and I think I'm gonna end it on that. No, I just want to go hang out with my dogs. I have a dog right here. Ruby, can I hug you? Come here, buddy. Oh, puppy baby. Oh, I love Rupert so much. He's such a good boy. You want to say bye to everybody? No, you can't lick me on the face. You know that. Good boy. Soak it in. Soak in Rupert. Oh, good boy. Good boy. He's so cute, dude. Don't do it. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Okay, say bye.